Guys, I'm bored out of my mind right now. Finally, someone said it. I am so bored right now. Right, Maddie? Anthony, can we please watch something else? Hey, shut up. This is the best part. Man, he sure is talented. How can you guys not enjoy watching these? Maybe because you've been playing them on repeat for the last 2 days? Okay, fair enough. Do you want to play some video games? Nah, I don't really feel like it. Yeah, Anthony, we played everything you own. Can we please just do something new for once? Yeah, like crack! Or not crack. Oh, guys, I've got it! The Super Bowl's this weekend, why don't we go see the game? We can scalp some tickets, we can go, it'll be a blast! What are you, a moron? Seriously, Anthony, that's just dumb. We're movies and video game people, not sports people. Yeah, who wants to watch a bunch of dudes crash into each other and throw a football a bunch of yards? Come on, guys, just because we enjoy movies and video games doesn't mean we can't enjoy sports. I mean, I love hockey. Go Bolts, by the way! Even if we wanted to go, there is no way we could afford it. Yeah, Anthony, if you wanted to go to the Super Bowl, you wouldn't have bought a Steam Deck. Okay, well, there's a movie about the Super Bowl that just came out. Maybe we should go see that instead. Hey everybody, Anthony here from Awesome Anthony Productions, and today I'm going to be giving you my review of what is probably the least likely movie that I ever thought would appear on this channel, 80 for Brady. Yep, Mr. Movie Guy that loves horror saw this instead of A Knock at the Cabin. And that marks the shifting dynamic in this channel, folks. No more horror movies. I'm going to be doing exclusively movies about 4 aging actresses thrown into crazy situations. Book Club 2, you're next. But before we get started, if you feel so inclined, please go ahead and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm so that I can reach a bigger audience. Now let's get into it. 80 for Brady centers on 4 classic Hollywood leading women.
Lily Tomlin, Wayne State University.
Rita Moreno, PS 132.
Sally Field, Birmingham High School.
Jane Fonda, college dropout.
Lily Tomlin, Rita Moreno, Jane Fonda, and Sally Field. And they're playing a group of lifelong friends that have got one goal: make it to the 2017 Super Bowl and see their boy Tom Brady. But between the travel, the NFL experience, the parties, and getting into the eventual game itself, this weekend trip proves to be quite the adventure for these ladies, with plenty of wacky situations for them to get into. Alright, everyone, that being said, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I expected this movie to be complete shit. At the very least, I definitely knew I wasn't the intended audience for it. Like I mentioned in that hilarious intro, I'm more of a hockey fan instead of a football fan. Though I do enjoy it when I watch it, I don't exactly follow it, and I'm definitely not one of those people that thinks that Tom Brady walks on water or anything like that. So along with that, and me not really being that big of a fan of the lazy type of filmmaking where you just take some great big name actors and throw them into a movie with a lackluster script and have them take a vacation and call it a movie, I really wasn't looking forward to this. Actually, I was honestly dreading it. But as 80 for Brady started with a sweet scene of 4 lifelong friends doing their kickoff rituals together, I found myself smiling. And as the movie kept going and I learned more about all 4 of these women and their characters' history, I actually felt myself being a bit emotionally moved by this. Not to the point where I was weeping like a little bitch or anything, but I was still very surprised out of all the depth I was facing in this film with these characters in this script. And then the comedy started. And you know what? I found myself laughing? There were definitely a handful of jokes that missed and kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, but I didn't like roll my eyes or anything. And surprisingly, a lot of this humor actually works and is well in line with not only like being pretty realistic, but a lot of the humor in this movie actually works and it fits the characters and what we come to know about them through the writing. For instance, mild spoilers here, but I mean, a lot of this is in the trailer and it's not going to spoil the overall experience for you. Lily Tomlin's character is a cancer survivor that absolutely adores Tom Brady, and her main goal is just to get everybody to the Super Bowl so they can have the time of their lives. Jane Fonda is a serial marrier? Not really sure what the term is for that. Basically, she's a woman that falls in love way too quickly and is constantly getting her heart broken. And right now, she just needs a girls' weekend. Rita Moreno's character is a recent widow who is so lonely that she's actually living in a retirement home just to be surrounded by friends. I forgot to mention when I was talking about Rita Moreno's character being in the retirement home that there's a guy in that retirement home with her that's friends with her, played by Glynn Turman, who I know from my childhood in one of my favorite movies of all time, Gremlins, as Mr. Hanson. So I just wanted to give him a little shout out. And Aunt May herself, Sally Field, she's no Rosemary Harris, but I still think she did a great job in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Anyways, so Sally Field, who makes the important distinction in this movie that she is not in fact 80 for Brady, but 75, is a statistician, analyst, person, I guess. She's super smart and very analytical, and that drives her whole character. But she also has a husband who's like a professor or something, and he's kind of a bumbling fool that can't really do anything without her, so that adds a ton of stress to her plate too.
Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
These little blurbs might just seem like surface level character development so that you think that you have a strong character in front of you that's not just a one-dimensional cutout. But like I said, the writing of these characters really plays into how all of them act, their dialogue, the situations, and these actresses really elevate it. It makes it such fun to watch through a lot of the movie. And during the emotional parts, they actually stick the landing more than they don't. And to my surprise, throughout a lot of this movie, I was either smiling, laughing, and your boy might have even let a tear or two go. Yeah, I'll admit it, I teared up during 80 for Brady. It really just comes down to the script and the strengths of these leading legends here. They take this decent material and really elevate it, like I said before, and it makes these characters feel all the more real. And that just draws you into all of these crazy situations, from mistiming sleeping pills, making bets with dudes at the NFL Experience, accidentally partaking in some gummy bears. You know what I mean?
These are good.
Very good.
Oh, careful there, high dosage.
High dosage?
And wandering around a party afterwards, or ending up in the middle of Guy Fieri's hot wing contest because you're just a little hungry and you want something to eat. These women just sell all of it, and the film wisely for the first 2 acts holds back with the comedy, giving us situations that aren't super unrealistic but still make you laugh with how well these women pull it off. And most of these situations are pretty believable, which definitely helps the movie's case up to a certain point. I know I praised this movie a lot so far, and for pretty good reason, but at a certain point, the emotion and the comedy start to take over for the realism. I need to understand that things need to happen in the movie for the plot to occur, and it's not going to be that fun just watching 4 women go to the hotel and go to the Super Bowl with nothing interesting happening. But the movie was doing such a great job at balancing comedy, emotion, and realism so well in the first 2 acts, even if the film isn't really sure how THC gummies work.
Looking for someone.
Are you okay?
I'm Guy Fieri.
But by the time we got into the 3rd act and the 27th Super Bowl itself, I was still enjoying it, laughing, and being brought into the heartfelt moments, but I did start to think to myself, oh, we're just doing this, huh? Just completely ignoring how security at the Super Bowl works and letting these women do whatever they want. Okay, I guess it's time to adjust a little bit. Yeah, in the 3rd act it gets a little bit too silly for my liking, especially after how the rest of the film was, but it all leads to a very satisfying ending, and I walked out of the movie with a big smile on my face, which is more than I can say for so many other raunchy comedies nowadays. If you're a die-hard fan of horror movies and action, don't go see this movie. I really liked it, but you probably won't, and you might be so bored out of your mind you're gonna be ready to burn the theater down. But if you just go and like to enjoy decent, good, or great movies, you could do so much worse than 80 for Brady. It's a fun and wholesome hour and a half with a surprisingly good script, a great cast of A-list powerhouse actresses, and a big heart. Even if you have to suspend your disbelief a lot in the 3rd act. And that's my review of 80 for Brady. What'd you guys think? Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised too. I kind of really liked it. He tried crack. I think he's dead. Oh. Anyway, if you like this review, please do me a favor and hit the like button. You know, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. You can also leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the review, let me know if you saw 80 for Brady, or just let me know if you hate me. I don't think everybody needs to agree with me that comments on my videos, I don't care. And if you feel so inclined, you can share the video and go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell so that you never miss any of my new content. I tend to post 1 review a week, usually with a few shorts here and there. That all really helps my account, especially with how much YouTube hates their creators now, so I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and if you want more of my content, feel free to click or tap on these cards here. They'll take you to my review of pretty much the total opposite of this film, Infinity Pool, or just over to my channel where you can check out my reviews, my shorts, and my old shit. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.